Welcome back to the channel, guys. Expose and educate. We're just out and about in Oxfordshire today, and sorry about the noise, very busy road. I've just come across a driver and vehicle standards agency site. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a closer look and see what it says, see if anyone's got a problem with what I'm doing. So there's a clear sign that says DVSA enforcement check site for authorised personnel only, private property keep out. But just here we have a lovely big field which obviously belongs to a local farmer. So what we'll do is we'll take a position just on the outskirts so I'm not crossing their boundary, and we'll have a little look. See, we've been spotted already, so we will just have a look. Somebody's just cross-decking some stuff off one van to another, so they've obviously been pulled for overweight, I would imagine. There's a lot of smoke coming from some high vises down the top end, obviously vaping or something. So high vises coming in this direction, or just getting back to their car, not sure which. So it looks like we've got an interaction happening, which is okay because we love interactions, don't we? See what they got to say. They're obviously just double checking with each other as they come up. We'll see what their attitude is, and I look forward to your comments. We got a lorry in from Spediton. He looks as though he's been pulled for something as well, so we'll see what these goons have to say. They've obviously got a problem with me being here, so we'll just make sure we get them on a close-up as they come forward. So yeah, as I said, we're out in Oxfordshire today, so we'll...
Hello, sir.
Hello, how you doing?
All right.
Yeah, good, thank you.
We're just checking that you're okay, because the farmer had people break in last week. That was what we thought you could
Breaking into a field. That's a unique one. That's got to be the countryside for you, isn't it?
Good comment on.
Does it look as though I'm going to break into a field?
No, that's what we came over to make sure everything's all right.
Yeah, because you had to put a new padlock and everything.
Yeah, I noticed that was a new chain and everything, yeah.
It was swamped, the field was.
Oh, what, with travellers or something?
Well, with caravans.
Caravans.
And pickup vans.
So it might have been just a rave?
Might have been.
So would you guys...
Over to speak to you about this.
Sorry, say again?
That's the only reason we've come to see if you're all right.
Yeah, no, absolutely fine. Just driving by, saw some action. I thought I'll have a little look, see what's going on.
Oh, right.
So, because you guys have approached me, would you just mind identifying yourself?
Certainly. My shoulder number's there. PC3 888 7
So you're a police constable? Yeah, and you, sir?
And I'm a traffic examiner for DVSA.
A traffic examiner, and your number is?
My shoulder, 2032.
All right, you don't mention the 00 at the start.
I tend not to. No.
James Bond always does.
Can you
Okay.
just be aware, Sarah, of the moving vehicles that are coming out of the site? I know you're off the road at the minute, but just be aware.
Do you know what? I appreciate your thinking of my safety, but as you've probably been aware, if they get to me, they've got to come through this. Although I am going to stand in the middle in a second just to get a different angle.
Okay. Just be aware of the moving traffic.
I will, of course, and if you're coming out in a hurry, put your blue lights on for me. All right, cheers, take care. I'm just going to pop over this bit. No chance of a look round then?
Sorry, not with that high vis at least.
Have you not got a spare one?
Sorry.
Yeah, so there's the sign I was talking about, guys. So yeah, they seem fine, don't they? There's no problems with those. We'll just go over this side as well, because obviously we've got to be careful of our safety. So this guy is obviously a foreign driver in this wagon, so I'm not sure what they've pulled him for. He's just about to leave by the look of it. Over the other side, the cross-decking of goods on the van seems to have been completed. So they're going to be making a move very, very, very shortly. So another police officer is just asking the enforcement officer about me because they're pointed up here. So the question is there more coming in? Is there going to be more checks? I might be able to get a closer look if I walk around the outside actually. So what I'll do is I'll give it another couple of minutes here and then I'll have a wander around. So we're just coming around the other side. The pavement here is atrocious. So if anybody from the local council over this way is looking, get somebody out here and clear this. Forcing people to walk in a dangerous position. Obviously I don't care. But yeah, pretty shocking. So what we've done, we've come round to the other end and we're going to see what we can see from here. Because obviously this will be the entrance for the site, and it looks like the yellow barriers were a lot closer a few obstacles along the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross this bit. Oh no, we're okay here, it's a bit clearer. So they could technically say I'm past the barrier. So we're going to come to here, just show you this sign over here. So you got a sign saying start of check area, no load adjustment. Well, we've just witnessed a load adjustment, haven't we? So we're going to just come to here, see if we can see anything for a bit. Looks like it's probably in use quite a bit. You've got a couple of traffic cars. Again, it says quite clearly private property, DVSA enforcement site, but I think it was worth stopping just to have a look. So they got a blue metal container as a, I suppose like a mess hut, that sort of thing, and then they've got like an official looking hut which has got toilet facilities by the look of it. So the vans I was on about earlier don't seem to have finished what they were doing. They seem to be still changing their goods. But anyway, for now I'm going to come out, see if anybody else wants to say anything. I'll give it a few minutes, see if anybody else comes in. So pick it up in a bit, guys. So I can see that they've even put in a mast, and they obviously had it up here for a reason, so that people could object if they wanted to. I don't see any reason why they would. But obviously these guys need to be able to use their radios in a bat signal area. So a slightly better angle on the blue hut, nothing happening. They all seem to be pretty happy with me being here, which probably means that things will be suspended, but I'm going to hang on and see what happens with these two vans. Yeah, the zoom on these cameras are not fantastic, I'm afraid. But these guys, I think, are pretty much where they need to be. Nope, there's still stuff to shift. So maybe they're having to empty the van. No, he's putting it back on the same van, so distributing the weight by the look of it. Well, that fella's struggling. He's got some heavy old boxes. Nope, that one's going on to the other van. They got to be close to finishing though, so I'll pick it up if and when I hear the van start. So it looks like the guys have finished. Looks like they're about to leave. I don't know why he's reversing out this way. I'd have thought the exit was the other way, unless he's got to get onto some sort of weighbridge. No idea. No idea at all. So we're having a little look about in a local DVSA enforcement check site. If you've skipped forward, I think this guy might have to be coming back onto a weighbridge. I'm assuming that's what the bit in the middle is. We'll soon find out. Well, he's over that, so that can't be what he's doing. Or maybe it is. Maybe that is the actual whole thing. So there you are, guys. You're witnessing a vehicle at an enforcement check site. I'm actually surprised the police, as their traffic officers here, haven't actually suggested that he cleans his number plate, to be honest. It looks like they're just getting ready to be reweighed, so what we'll do, we'll drop it there and pick it up in a bit. And of course, the comment from the enforcement guy that I couldn't come in and have a look around because of no high vis, the gentleman out of this van, or who's with this van, has just walked across from the van, and no high vis. So I think I was being told a little bit the old BS. Feel free to leave your comments, guys. They don't seem to be in any rush to get rid of them here. Well, he's out again, so this is the big fella. Obviously had his cup of tea disturbed. So that must be the, I don't know, do they call it the weigh station? The operations centre for the Weighbridge. I mean, to be fair, if he's seen him unloading all those boxes, then he knows. Mind you, I think he's moving it forward. So, okay, so the actual weighing part, I don't know if you can see that clearly, but there's definitely a, yeah, it seems to be weighing both front and back axles. So obviously weight distribution is obviously, say obviously, I've got to stop using that word so much. Weight distribution is very important when moving goods for the safety of the person driving the vehicle and other road users. So I'm assuming he's got a colleague in the weigh hut, weigh station, whatever you want to call it, and he's probably checked and he thinks everything's okay. So he's just having another look in the back, obviously checking to see everything's spread out and the weight evenly distributed. I've said it again, haven't I? Obviously. And of course, it wouldn't be obvious to some people if you've never seen this sort of thing before. So the driver's obviously protesting something here, the way he's gesticulating with his hands. He's just been given a thumbs up, so he's back in his little hut. Well, I take it the guy in the t-shirt isn't the driver, then I take it he's probably the owner of the company or just the other van driver. So So somebody else walking around without a high vis on. So it was definitely BS what I was told. So I'm just wondering now, they're talking about what's in the back of the van again. Are they going to play crafty and cross-deck some stuff back on? No, taking some more stuff off. Well, he can't be overweight because he's lifting it off at sort of waist height, so. Oh, here comes somebody else coming out. He's holding a board up so you can't see his face for some reason. I wonder why that is. That's something to be ashamed of. Or just maybe he wants to preserve his anonymity at work, and that's absolutely fine, as we know. So. But surely this job is nothing to be ashamed of. If you're keeping people safe on the roads, then surely they should be commended and be proud of what they're doing. Because to date, of course, nobody's actually asked me why I'm filming, so he's obviously making assumptions, but that's fine. So, stuff being put back in the car. One might think that I hope we haven't closed the site down for the day, but we can always ask somebody what time they're due to close. It's not even 2 o'clock yet, so time to lock up, shut all the shutters. So the woman who didn't have her high vis on now has. So maybe they've got permission to close early because there's a man with a camera. I don't know if they're actually allowed to leave site before these vans go, or whether there's some sort of ruling that says. Well, it looks like he's coming back for another weigh-in. I do wish I could hear what they were saying, but they've only taken off a couple of boxes, so I suppose it goes to show that some people driving vans do tend to overload them. He's now explaining about width and height or something, so. But yeah, I guess that they're just waiting to finish this guy off, and then everybody can go off home. Or maybe they just break for lunch. So there's another one coming out and he's helping to lock up. Another DVSA enforcement officer by the look of his high vis. This guy's obviously waiting for a nod. So that was interesting. The fella in the shirt who was talking to obviously his staff was just giving him the finger to the lips, just behind the guy talking to him in the eye-vis. So I wonder if he's telling him to keep his mouth shut over something. Supposition, wonderful thing. So paperwork's just coming out now. I've just heard him say you've got to wait for the paperwork, which seems to be from the police, so I don't know if the guy's got some sort of fine or a ticket or something. She's walking down there now to, I use the terminology, to serve him. Meanwhile, these guys are continuing to lock up. Don't know what this fella's driving's like, but not sure what that's all about. Meanwhile, the guys in the van don't seem to be allowed to go on their way yet. Why you want to keep people waiting once the paperwork's done, I don't know. Each to their own. You told me fibs, by the way. Yeah, you told me fibs. You said you needed a high vis. You got staff didn't have it on either. So they've just pulled in another one. And just another foreign plate. Just bringing him in for something. Don't know why he was telling me to mind me back. If he can't drive on the road, there's something bloody wrong. So you can see it saying clearly in the back, follow me. HGV, follow me. So I wonder if it's a change of shift coming up. So these two guys are obviously going home. Bobby's getting straight out and putting the eye-vis on, getting back in the car. Makes sense. Oh, I see, pulled forward so this guy can get onto the way, I'm assuming. So we'll, he's coming up here for some reason, I think. So, not for me though, by the look of it. Lots of activity, people going home, obviously a shift change I'm assuming. Looks like they're probably going to be here all day long. So the guy's just told the driver, at my walking pace, follow me. Obviously so he can get him to stop. Are they going to do a front axle? So this could potentially be 5 different ways. No, he's taken the front axle over. The rear axle of the cab's over. So by the look of it, they're not weighing this fella in. Which is unusual in a way, but there you go. This fella's taking his jacket, he's definitely going home. I think we're on about shutting the gate now. If that's the last one of the day, possibly. So we'll see as we just come out a bit. I would say just a little tip for the future. It's not a good idea to leave a padlock unlocked.
Is it not?
Thieves.
Thieves.
They'll nick anything these days.
They will.
You know, stick it in, weigh it in.
Actually, it might be a good idea.
So is that for the day then?
We've still got that vehicle to encounter,
Yeah.
which my colleague will download the tachograph.
Well, keep up the good work because you're hopefully keeping people safe.
And fair competition as well. What we don't want is one operator breaking the rules.
Of course.
The compliance operator.
Yes.
So,
Well, thank you for that.
It's all about ensuring level competition.
So one quick question.
Yep, if I can answer it.
Is this narrow strip here a weighbridge for vans and things like that? Because I was expecting to see the big wagon stop.
This is a dynamic weighbridge.
Right, okay.
That single plate across there weighs each individual axle as it rolls over.
That's what I was thinking.
Whereas for light goods, we place individual axles on it and do a static weigh.
Which is what you did with the two,
Which we'll do with the
one of the vans, yeah.
And the
yeah.
trucks we roll over.
Ah,
That's
gotcha.
called a
Hence the walk at my pace or
Yes,
drive
yes.
at my pace.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
My viewers will really appreciate that because obviously I do this so that they can see things that they can't get out to see.
Absolutely, yes.
So, and I've learned something. So don't let me keep you anymore. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Although
Stay
you
safe.
did fib to me about the high-vis.
Who wasn't wearing a high-vis?
One of your colleagues
It's gone home.
actually went out round the corner and back and then put a high-vis on, and the gentleman in, what do you call that, the weigh hut?
Yes, I guess so.
He didn't have one on either.
He's not working on site. He's
So if I was to do that, then I'd be okay.
Oh well. I might have to do a rugby tackle and throw you in the ditch. Or
And I'll tell you what, you look as though you've played rugby.
I used to.
Yeah, because you're quite a big lump, aren't you? Anyway, listen, thanks very much for being
problem,
professional. Appreciated. Take care. So there we are, guys. Leave with a bit of banter. Interesting facts about how they do the weighs, or the weighing, if you want to put the correct terminology to it. So it's a rolling factor when it's a big wagon. When it's a van, it's each axle. So I've learned something. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. Give us a thumbs up. It was somewhat different for me, never done one before. If you haven't subscribed already and you wish to, please do, and hit the little bell icon and you'll be notified of any new videos that go up. I'm back out and about now after my time off, and I've got to make the most of it because at the end of August I'm back in under the knife again. So your encouragement through your comments is fantastic, so please keep leaving comments. It really gives me the get up and go to get up and go out. So I really appreciate all those kind comments. And a little mention to the trolls, if you're still watching at the end here, stop what you're doing. You know, if you don't like what me and other auditors do, that's fine, you know, but you're not going to affect us, you're not going to stop us. So why keep coming on and causing problems with loyal supporters and followers just so you can have your 10 pennies worth? I suggest you get out from under your mushroom, get out from behind your keyboard and get a decent bloody hobby and leave us guys alone. We're not doing any harm to anybody, and if you think we are, feel free to report us to the relevant powers. Expose and educate to all my lovely followers, and I appreciate every single one of you. You take care, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.